But go ahead.
So the one thing that I just want to talk about in Luke, make sure I say the name right, crop this part out. Okay. What Luke brought up was like accountability. Like, yes, we can talk about, what our families did to us, all this, all that, but eventually, and I know why people try and say this, and I really don't like that, but eventually comes a point where you have to decide, how do I want to live my life? I haven't talked to my daddy in 6 years. I don't give a fuck about what my family has gone through. I know where I will go. So it's like, you can only say that for so long. Black women are tired, and, kind of like putting onto them like, hey, like, you didn't do this entirely, because everybody in here, several people have talked about like, going to counseling. Have that upon yourself. Stop waiting for a woman to tell you what you need to do. Take that upon yourself.
Let me address that real quickly. For me, I didn't know fucking how to love.
Can I say one more thing? No, I have to say this, because another thing that happens is, too, you live your life for so long, and I'm not meaning no disrespect by this.
It's all right, just say it, bro.
But when you hit your 60s and your 70s, I want to be right.
Okay, but let me.
I want to live my life right. I want someone to take care of me and protect me, and that's what a lot of women have issues with.
Because I'm living it right the fuck now.
As I said, I said 60s and 70s.
Let me say this.
Y'all overtalk me.
I'm gonna fucking overtalk you because you're talking out of line.
But you're not gonna disrespect me.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I am.
I do. Love it.
I do.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, I do. I do.
You don't know it, nigga.
I do.
I'm good. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Get the fuck out of here. I'm living. You can't tell me what the fuck I'm living, nigga. I'm living it right now. You cannot fix no shit that you don't even know what's happening.
I think there's a misunderstanding.
No, but he's generalized. You can't. No, listen, bro. Let me stop. This is what it is. Let's get to the truth of this. You can't fix no shit unless you meet somebody who is on another level to help you elevate to understand. I'm not indicting anybody. I'm telling you what the shit is. You can't fix some shit that you don't know about, bro.
Yeah.
You can't. And then you get there at 69 or 70 and say, I thought I was being loving all this time. That's what our parents have gone through, and that's why we all so fucked up right now.
You asked, how do we love black women?
Yeah.
That's right here. Trust black women and listen to black women because they know more than we do what it is that they need.
I don't think that's true either. There's a lot of black women who don't know how to love.
I'm not talking about what they know how to love. I'm saying what they need as far as the reproduction.
I get that.
That's what we're talking about right now. Also, if we're going to use our privilege and power as men in society, how do we show up and be accountable, like you said?
So one thing that I just want to talk about.
Okay. Like I said, we'll watch it again from both perspectives. But what'd you pick up so far?
I believe that they fucking with Pinky, and they better leave Pinky the fuck alone.
From just watching the first time watching. This is my first time watching it. I'm like, what happened was, I understand what I'm gonna call him this. Not offensive. The zesty guy was saying, where he's like, you shouldn't have to be 60 or 70 to realize your mental health matters. But at the same time, too, you shouldn't have to be 60 or 70 to realize your mental health matters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Clifton, because here's where Clifton heard him put his foot in his mouth. He goes, I didn't know how to love until I was 70. That's what he said. He said that. He goes, I didn't know how to love until I was 70. And it's like,
damn, he's that old?
Or I think it was like 16. He's in his late 60s, close to 70.
Okay.
But it's like, see, that's where it's like, I understand his. Okay, we'll watch it again. Let's watch it again.
Yeah,
I know Pinky.
Chauncey. He was Chauncey first. He's 69.
Okay, yeah, he said I didn't know how to love till I was 70. So it's like, but let's listen to it again.
But go ahead.
So the one thing that I just want to talk about in Luke, make sure I say the name right, crop this part out. Okay. What Luke brought up was like accountability. Like, yes, we can talk about, what our families did to us, all this, all that. But eventually, and I know why people try and say this, and I really don't like that, but eventually comes a point where you have to decide, how do I want to live my life? I haven't talked to my daddy in 6 years. I don't give a fuck about what my family has gone through. I know where I will go. So it's like, you can only say that for so long. Black women are tired, and, kind of like putting onto them like, hey, like, you didn't do this entirely, because everybody in here, several people have talked about like, going to counseling. Have that upon yourself. Stop waiting for a woman to tell you what you need to do. Take that upon yourself.
Let me address that real quickly. For me, I didn't know fucking how to love.
Can I say one more thing? No, I have to say this, because another thing that happens is, too, you live your life for so long, and I'm not meaning no disrespect by this.
It's all right, just say it, bro.
But when you hit your 60s and your 70s, I want to be right.
Okay, but let me.
I want to live my life right. I want someone to take care of me and protect me. And that's what a lot of women have issues with.
I'm living it right the fuck now.
As I said, I said 60s and 70s.
Let me say this.
Y'all overtalk me.
I'm gonna fucking overtalk you because you're talking out of
but you're not gonna disrespect me.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I am. I do.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, I do. I
don't know it, nigga.
I do.
I'm good. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Fuck out of here. I'm living. You can't tell me what the.
Here we go. Okay. I got that dude's perspective. Okay, the zesty dude, I listened to it from his perspective. I was listening strictly to him. He has anger towards his father. Mm-hmm. Whatever age is that. So Clifton is, he said, I haven't talked to my dad for 6 years. So Clifton is, as of right now, focal. You're my dad. I'm looking at you as my father. So the attitude that he gained, you can tell he was raised by his mother because he does hair.
Oh, I could tell he does.
He does hair.
I bet he does some good hair.
He does some good hair, but
nice edges and everything.
So now he's viewing Clifton as, okay, I'm gonna talk to you like I would talk to my father if I decided to talk. And you can tell his father said, "Yo, I'm not raising no son that does hair," and so he has anger. So when Clifton said the F word, then he got he pulled up his defense mechanism where it's like, you're not going to talk to me like this, because his generation was taught we're not going to take disrespect from just anybody. I don't care who you are. I'm going to cuss you. If you cuss at me, I'm cussing you out too. And that's what happened. Because instantly he just...
It's a bitch mentality.
Yes. He was raised by his mother. Again, not saying his mother's up.
Right.
But I'm saying that's that mentality of where it's like, I don't care who you are. You're not going to talk to me any kind of way.
Yeah, that's a woman mentality.
But he had a good point. He said you shouldn't be 60 or 70 all of a sudden, knowing that your life could end at any moment, all of a sudden you want to live right. Whereas like you had your 50s, 40s, and 30s to live right. But he's talking to Pinky. And what I mean by Pinky is he's talking to an actor that has been through the struggle. Clifton talks about how he lost roles just because of the color of his skin.
Yeah.
He wasn't light enough.
Yeah,
he wasn't black enough. He talks about it. So you're talking to somebody that has, or he's been in the industry where it's like, yo, Clifton has been that guy where it's like, yo, I had to prove that I deserve to be in this room.
Right.
But to the people of the Zesty Guys generation, they don't care if you had to earn that room. They're like, you're not going to talk to me any kind of way. So that's where he employed. He had the right point because he's saying, yo, like, you shouldn't have to wait till you're about to die to want to live a better life or forgiveness or learn your mistakes. What do you guys say?
It's true. I mean, I understand. I didn't see my mom for the last 5 years of her life. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I understand she has some demons going on, and I had to keep myself away from that.
Yeah.
Now, towards the end, we did talk. We just didn't get to see each other. That's something that I regret and miss.
Yeah.
And I always will. But we made peace with each other, and I mean, it got better. But he is... You can't... No man can tell another man how they're feeling.
Yeah.
Or how you should be living.
Because we carry the weight of the world. So it's like...
Yes.
Some worlds are bigger than the others.
And I'm sure that they just met each other at this table.
At that table, yeah. First time meeting.
First time meeting.
So right off the bat, he's looking at Clifton and saying, you're just like my father.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to talk to you like I would talk to my father.
And you can't do that. Wrong. And you can't do that to another grown-ass man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't. That's how you get...
But see, guys...
That's how you get effed up.
But guys that do hair don't understand that. Because they just know they can just pop off. And most guys probably just walk away, but like, yo, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. Let me just walk away.
But he's messing with Chauncey from Menace to Society.
Yes. So, like I said, now we're going to watch it again from Clifton's point of view. I'm going to just listen to Clifton. Like, whatever Clifton says, I'm going to just listen to it.
Gotcha.
And then we'll pick it up from there, and then, like I said, we'll wrap it up.
Okay.
Come on. But go ahead.
So the one thing that I just want to talk about in Luke, make sure I say the name right, crop this part out. Okay. What Luke brought up was like accountability, like, yes, we can talk about, you know, what our families did to us, all this, all that, but eventually, and I know why people try and say this, and I really don't like that, but eventually comes a point where you have to decide, how do I want to live my life? I haven't talked to my daddy in 6 years. I don't give a fuck about what my family has gone through. I know where I will go. So it's like, you know, you can only say that for so long. Black women are tired, and, you know, kind of like putting onto them like, hey, like, you didn't do this entirely, because everybody in here, several people have talked about, like, you know, going to counseling. Have that upon yourself. Stop waiting for a woman to tell you what you need to do. Take that upon yourself.
Let me address that real quickly. For me, I didn't know fucking how to
Can I say one more thing? No, I have to say this, because another thing that happens is, too, you live your life for so long, and I'm not meaning no disrespect by
It's
this.
all right, just say it, bro.
But when you hit your 60s and your 70s, I want to be right.
Okay, but let me.
I want to live my life right. I want someone to take care of me and protect me, and that's what a lot of women have issues with.
I'm living it right the fuck now.
As I said, I said 60s and 70s.
Let me say this.
Y'all overtalk me.
I'm gonna fucking overtalk you because you're talking out
but you're not gonna disrespect me.
You don't know what the fuck you're
Oh, I
talking
am.
about.
I do. I do.
You don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Oh, I do. I do.
You don't know it, nigga.
I do.
I'm good. You don't know what the fuck you Get the fuck out of here. I'm living. You can't tell me what the fuck I'm living, nigga. I'm living it right now. You cannot fix no shit that you don't even know is happening.
I think there's a misunderstanding.
No, but he's generalized. You can't.
I get what he was saying was that you don't know what I lived through. He was the generation. That's the thing. The generations are different. So he's coming at Pinky Clifton. He's coming at him like, oh, I'm surviving a generation, and it's like, no,
it's a different generation.
Different. Clifton had to go through, because if he's 70, he grew up in the 50s and the 60s.
There was still segregation.
He was still going out through segregation. And a lot of men that are...
He was young, but there was still segregation.
And a lot of men that are Clifton's age were taught mental health isn't an issue. Like, mental health doesn't matter. You're either a man or you're a punk.
Right.
He had to either be a man or a punk.
And he's looking at this other guy, the light-skinned dude...
that does hair.
As a punk.
Yes.
Because...
And all Clifton did was say the F word. He just said it. He wasn't saying it directly at that guy.
Right.
And that guy took offense to the fact that...
And he just... And everything that guy was talking about, women this and women that and women this and women that.
His mother.
You need to stop that. Again, women, you're there to covet them, but women are women. Let them be a woman. Let them...
Can I? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No.
But it's different with black women because black women are told that they are the head of the house. So it's like, yeah, I know. But that's what they're taught. So he's viewing the world through his mom's eyes because it's from where daddy wasn't allowed in the house, mom had to take over. So he's taking mom's side. He's viewing the world through mom's eyes because dad wasn't allowed there. And you can see from where dad wasn't allowed in the house, he ended up picking up his mom's traits. And now he does hair. And he says, I haven't talked to my dad in 6 years, probably because your dad doesn't accept the fact of...
You do hair.
You do hair. So now... And you can tell he goes, I don't care what y'all... He even said, I don't care what y'all been through. I know what I'm going to go... I know what I'm not going to go through. So it's like... And that's a woman's mentality.
And you know what? If that's what you want... That's fine.
Uh-huh.
That's fine. But don't sit here and talk to us men.
I'll talk to men.
And tell us...
We don't know.
We don't know. Exactly.
And Clifton was like, yo, you don't know what I've been through. And he's basically saying, I don't care what you've been through. Change. It shouldn't take a woman to tell you to change.
A woman can't tell a man to change.
But I will say, a woman does open a man's eyes to be like, yo, I need to do better. Especially the right woman. The right woman makes you go, I need to be better.
True. Bless you.
Thank you.
And again. But, true.
But you got to take accountability for yourself and be like, I know, if you know your attitude's bad, it shouldn't take a woman to be like, baby, your attitude's bad. You should just go, my attitude's terrible. Let me work on that. And but when here's where Clifton put his foot in his mouth. When he said, I didn't know how to learn to love until I was 70.
But I don't think he was talking about learn how to love somebody else. I'm thinking he was talking about he didn't know how to learn how to love himself until he was 70.
Maybe, but it was just like, from where he used the F word, the dude got triggered. And I hate that word, triggered, because a lot of people get triggered over minute words. Like you just say a word and a person that's ready to flip a table and you're like, whoa, 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 we're just having a conversation.
Right.
I'm sorry that my dialogue is different from yours.
Yes.
And this all it is a different dialogue. You're literally talking to, it's like a person that's been through war talking to a person that's been through peace and saying, and trying to meet in the middle and saying, like, my action, this is why I act the way I act.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
That's all it is.
Yeah,
It's generations.
like my father was in Vietnam, and that's like somebody trying to tell him, you don't know what it's like. What do you mean you don't know what it's like? You know, he had to do stuff and he told me he had to do stuff
Here we go.
He
Here we go.
hated.
Here we go. It's like a person that's been through Vietnam talking to a person that's been through Desert Storm, and Desert Storm goes, "Oh, war's not that bad." You get what I'm saying? We're like
different wars. It's a different war.
Exactly. We're going through different wars, but you don't know what I had to do in Vietnam. Whereas in Desert Storm, you didn't have to do what I had to do. Does that make sense?
I mean, war is war, but I understand.
War. Exactly.
I understand what you're saying. I understand the concept you're going for.
They're both black men talking about what they had to go through, but they're saying this is what I went through as a black man, and this is what you went through as a black man. But don't talk to me this kind of way because I didn't go through what you went through.
Right.
Okay, so you got my war analogy.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't trying to disrespect anybody that goes through war.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just saying, like, we all go through wars. It's just that some wars are different than the others.
Right. I got it.
But like I said, but still, you shouldn't be messing with Pinky. Only because I looked at Clifton Powell. I listened to Clifton Powell when he talked about how much he went through just trying to be an actor and what he had to go through. And then because it's like, people don't, this generation, I will say, people from that guy, the hair doors generation, really do not respect the generation that had to go through segregation. They don't. Like, because it's just, in their minds, they're like, I'm grown and I do what I want. Whereas Clifton's generation was like, the only reason you can do what you want is because
what I went through.
That's the only reason you get to do what you want. And it's like, yo, just show me some respect. If I was him, if I was a zesty dude, I would have been like, all right, say what you got to say, Mr. Powell, and I'm going to say what I got to say. And then I'll let the conversation finish. I'm not going to cut you off. If you cut me off out of respect, I would say, okay, keep going. Are you done? This is what I got to say. Then if he cuts me off, I'll say, Mr. Powell, I let you talk. Please let me say my case.
Yeah, let me say my piece now.
And then you can retort.
And they could have. I mean, if they went about it a different way again.
But in the great words, if he sees this, I hope he does. In the great words of Dante Nero, which is a podcaster that I follow, you don't let emotion have a seat at the table because then nobody gets their point across. And they're sitting at a table, and emotions showed up at the table. And it's like, that's what happened. Instead of just having a logical conversation, because you even saw where there was a guy that said, I think communication is getting miscommunicated. Here's what I think. But Clifton was already at an emotion. No. And he was cutting him off like, all right, but here's what I think was trying to be said. So like, there just needs to be, you can't go in ready to be hot and ready when somebody challenges your train of thought.
Agreed.
Anything else you got to add?
I mean, I think we pretty much shut it up, but yeah, that was very zesty boy had points, but he
had points, but he really should have.
He just should have shut his mouth and
let Clifton get his emotions out,
and let the man has been there. Not that you're not going through something, but let the man has been there and done that. It's again the old generation to the young generation. Yeah. I've been there. I've done that. I've got the T-shirt and the koozie. Let me tell you about it. Yeah,
and if the young generation had just showed a little bit, the zesty dude should have just showed a little bit more respect, then maybe. But like I said, Clifton shouldn't have said, "I didn't know how to love top 7," because then it just goes to show, like, it makes it seem like he just goes, oh, I didn't know. Somebody had to tell me how to act. It kind of hurt him, but it didn't too much because the dude was already on his.
And like I said, I didn't take it as
love myself.
Love myself. That's what I took it as.
Right.
And sometimes it takes you a lifetime to learn how to love yourself.
Yeah, because it's like nobody has the answers. At the end of the day, nobody has the answers, but it's like everybody acts like they have the answers.
Yeah.